Welcome to the Simply Subjective podcast and live show. We are live on TikTok every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm your host, Abby. We have Bones here today on this episode, and this is my co-host, Rado.
Yeah, Bones definitely got the front seat here on the show today. And welcome, everyone, and thanks for being here. To let you know, we do answer questions from our audience at the end of the podcast. So if you would like to submit any questions, you can send them to simplysubjectivepodcast.com or shoot us a message to our Instagram as well. On today's episode, I finally got that snowboard that went missing. Abby goes round for round with her Tesla and loses a nail. Crazy story. And we cover the Golden Globes, and an Alaskan Airline passengers definitely get a nightmare flight from hell.
Let's get started. You want to start your weekly catch-up, Rado?
Yeah, absolutely. So on the shorter side for you guys, if you had obviously heard the crazy snowboard story, and if you haven't, go back and listen to the first 3 minutes, like starts at 3 minutes and something. We talk about what happened with USPS, but the snowboard company did ship out that snowboard. It kind of worked out because I sent it to Las Vegas, where my friend lives, and so they got it. Super stoked to have it. They can go snowboarding over there. So it kind of, at the end of the day, kind of worked out, right? And
I can't believe you got it.
Yeah, well, and they were awesome. They sent it FedEx, signature, everything, and it was like 2 days. Super cool. And
FedEx
I did talk to
so
them.
Much better.
Oh yeah, it was great. And I talked to them actually. They were here in Colorado for an event in Breckenridge, and they listened to the podcast, and he had a few of his crew with them, and they're like, dude, we love it. It was awesome. Like, thanks for shouting us out. Yeah, so super cool. And then other than that, Abby had messaged me after last Thursday's.
He did.
And since we did the wellness and we talked about the fasting that she had done the week before, and she messaged me and was like, hey, do you want to do a 36-hour fast? And I sent her a picture of, because she's like, right now, it's like 11 o'clock at night. And I sent her a picture of me eating popcorn. And I'm like, right. And I sent this picture of popcorn and I said, like, right now we're starting the fast. And yeah, she's like, nah, you can afterwards.
Yeah, you can start. Yeah, I'm like, finish your popcorn and then fast with me. And we did 36 hours and it was great. But it's funny that I learned that you and I are kind of like switched with fasting, where I feel like in the beginning it's harder for me and it's easier for you. And then by the end of it, I'm like pretty solid, and then you were having a harder time. But I did feel so bad because it was like nighttime. I was driving home from my friend's house and I texted him and I was like, oh, okay, like I'm like starving right now. And he's all, oh, I wasn't even thinking about food. I've been good, but now I'm hungry. And I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I'm like just talking like nonstop about it and like making him hungry and stuff. But
yeah. So, and it was
good. But it was good, right?
Yeah. And it was different because like I'm not really like I eat a lot of times like later in the afternoon. Like today, I didn't eat breakfast. Secondly, when I did eat, I ate at 2:00, and I ate my leftover steak that I ate the night before. And so most of my meals, like when I make nighttime dinner, the rest of it's lunch if I get to it. So that was fine. But then like at nighttime when I'm used to eating, and like she's good because she was starving in the morning, it was like probably around 11ish or so. I like the hunger like sat in, and I like found myself like not thinking, like just going and walking by, and like when I went to go grab something to drink, I like grabbed an apple and I was like, oops, but like not thinking. It was like I just like habit. And then finally like about an hour or so, I drank some water, chilled. About an hour or so, it went away and I wasn't hungry at all. And then I was like, good. So, and the next day I was.
Isn't it funny though? Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it funny? The next day, I'm usually not like, the next day is the easiest part for me. I feel like
Yeah, it was
I
fine.
feel like I could do a longer fast, but I haven't done that yet. I want to ideally do once a month a 36-hour fast, and then I want to every like quarterly try to do a 72-hour fast,
Mm.
but I haven't done more than 36 and I'm scared. So I'll have to like fully we should try to do a
Do
72-hour fast one time.
Yeah, but do like a gradual jump. Do the
Like a
36 and then do a
48.
48. Yeah, and then do
Yeah.
maybe like every other, like do a 36 and a 48 and a 36 and a 48 and then do like a
Hmm.
72.
I like it. You know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. The next month when I do it, I'll do 48. I'll try. Are you gonna
Yeah.
do it with me again?
Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I like having somebody push me for things. You know, if I know,
Yeah.
like, because honestly, if I was doing it by myself, if that hunger hit in and I was just doing it to do it, I probably would have ate that up. Not that I eat bad stuff, but I probably would have still eaten
Yeah.
something. And so, but I kept thinking, like, God, I know if I eat this, there ain't no way I can lie to Abby about eating this apple.
I
So,
know. I
yeah.
know.
So I was like, that was like giving me the thing, because no way would I be like, no, I'm good. I'm just chilling. I'm hungry. And like stuffing my face with an apple. So,
I
yeah,
know. And
no.
then that app I was sending you screenshots, that app really helped me a lot, like keep me accountable and stuff. So that was
Yeah.
cool.
The only last thing I'd probably throw on some of that stuff is a couple years ago when I was doing keto and you get your ketosis sticks that you can go to the
Hmm.
bathroom on, and it tells you like how purple and deep you are. Mine was always like a light pink no matter how much I did it.
I
But
don't know what you're talking about.
you never seen those? You should just get them so you can match it up with your app. So they make ketosis sticks like oh, it's almost like a strip if you were to like test like water and like they change
Uh-huh.
colors. So when your body goes through ketosis and you go urinate, there's like ketones that come out of your body. And so the more that you're in ketosis, the stick goes from like kind of like a peach to like a darker pink to like a light purple and then a dark purple to almost
Really?
black. Yeah, they're great.
I
And
want
it
to try that.
you look them, yeah, we'll look them up. But there's a card and it shows you like where you are in ketosis in like a good way. So I use them
That's
all the time.
so cool.
But here's what is crazy. I had like mostly always peach, never really purple. I was always like in a form. I was like whatever. But I also like hockey had just started up also for like when I started this, which is not good. You should not be on keto and go play sports because you need carbs, you need all this stuff. However,
Yeah.
I'm just on fat right now. And trust me, not only did I play a game, but then I got asked to sub in because the games after ours in men's league were starting and they were short a guy. And I was like, yeah, I'll stay. But I like, listen, after 45 minutes of skating, I made it to the second period of the next one and I couldn't even skate anymore. Like, I told the guys, I'm like, you're going to have to survive the third period. Like, I was like walking on the ice. There's no energy.
Oh my God.
So here's what happens. I get home. I'm like, I'm gonna be curious. I peed on a ketosis stick, and it was almost black. Like it was full blown.
I've
Like
never heard of this. This is wild.
yeah, it's cool. So check that
I'm
out.
gonna try it now.
Yeah. The last thing I did was calisthenics. I've started doing those to stretch. I'm a big guy. Snowboarding's been hard. Everything's been getting harder. I need to stretch. So a lot of calisthenics this last week.
Can I don't know why I didn't know what calisthenics was either.
I thought you were making
And
fun of me for how I was spelling it.
no, we have our little notes of like what we're gonna talk about and stuff, and he put calisthenics, and I was like, the fuck is that? Is
She's
that
like,
just a wide known fact? Everyone knows what calisthenics is?
yeah, like again, like Olympians, they don't weightlift. They're calisthenically built because everything they do, like the rings, like front handsprings, all that
I
is
know
calisthenics
I
gymnastics.
know the things you're talking about, I
Yeah.
guess, but I just didn't know that was the name for it.
Oh yeah, like yeah, calisthenics. So I've been doing them. It's like a big weird combination of yoga. Like one where you have to like put your hand down and the other one directly back. I'm more like a 45-degree clock. Like I can't do a full 6 and 12. My shoulders will not let me do it
Why don't you just call it like why don't you just say you're doing yoga or stretching?
because
Calisthenics is such a
because calisthenics combines weightlifting with like that. So it's not just stretching, it's stretching and then also like you do
it's called
like
Pilates, I think.
well, it's all Pilates, yoga, but then you're also doing
Mhm.
like push-ups and stuff like that, and you're doing things where
Mhm.
you're actually like doing muscle workouts and not just stretching. So it's a combination of a lot of different things and stuff. So,
Okay.
anyways,
I like it. I don't have any crazy updates. I mean, the fasting was part of my update, so that was that was
really,
both of us.
you don't want to talk about it? Because here's what you need to do: talk about it, and then I can show everybody photos of it.
I was telling Rado that I had a traumatic accident with my nail 2 days ago, I think it was. Yeah. So, if anyone is not familiar with Teslas in their doors, the threes and the Ys, I think they are. When you push in the handle for it, you like push it in with your thumb and then it pops out and then you grab it with your hand and pull. So like the other Teslas, you can just push it like once and it opens, but the threes and I think the Ys you have to push and pull open. So I went to go open my car door and I guess I had like lotion on my hands from earlier. And when I pushed my thumb into it, my nail got stuck in the door and I like pulled back and it completely ripped off my thumbnail, like all the way down. And I don't know how it wasn't bleeding, but it hurt so bad.
Well, when you
It
showed
looked
me,
traumatic because, yeah.
yeah, like the thickness of the nail, like when it gets to your thumb, like
Mm-hmm.
it's thick. So for it to break where it did, like right on the tip of your thumbnail, like that had to be some pressure.
The funniest part about it though is afterwards I just look back at my door handle and my nail is now stuck into my door handle, just like on the side, a part of my car. I was like,
That was good. It
is
was
this?
stuck in there. Yeah.
I literally took a photo of my thumb and my nail in my door, just like
Ugh.
the scene of the accident. It was awful,
Yeah, it made me cringe
but
for sure.
but I got it fixed. Don't worry, we're all good over here.
How long till you got it fixed?
Oh, well, I couldn't get it fixed that night, which sucks, but it was the next day. The next night I had to get it fixed. But I had to go all day with just it. The thing with my nails are so long that when I don't have my nails, it looks like I'm missing a finger. I'm not even kidding. Like if you were to have looked at my full hand, I even my coworker Savannah was dying laughing because it looks like I cut off my finger.
Yeah,
So
it was
it's
nubby for
not
sure.
fun. Okay. I don't
I
like
mean, compare. I mean,
we
look,
don't have to be mean about it, but yeah,
I was just it was a little
just
nubby.
don't have to be hurtful. I got it fixed. We're all good.
I get why you do the longer nails now. Now that I can see what your thumb actually looks like, it makes total sense.
That was so sad. I know. I have
Is that why
nubby
you do it for real?
hands.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, my
Oh,
nail. If I don't have my long nails, I look like I have little nubby fingers.
little sausages.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, these are
I have my. I have my freaking hitchhiker's thumb. I can barely give you a thumbs up.
my fingers are crooked.
Your fingers are crooked, but you don't have a hitchhiker's thumb.
No, that's because those thumbs are weird as hell. Those double jointed thumbs.
That is not nice
Come
to
on, let me
say.
see it. You put it out there. She always does this. There it is. Look at that thing. That's yo. It looks like
It
a
hurts
duck.
to do
Do that
this.
again, and then put your hand like this. It's like a little duck head with
What?
feathers. There you go. See, you got a little duck
I
head.
hate that.
Do this for me. Give me spirit fingers. And
It's straight this way though. My
uh-huh.
fingers aren't crooked. But what?
Yeah,
What?
look at that. It looks like a duck sitting in the water. Go like this with your little fingers. Like when you're done, and then wiggle
I don't know
those.
if I can multitask.
It's like they're little, just back and forth, like spirit fingers. You can't do
I
that?
I am.
Yeah, see, it's a little duck feathering.
Jesus
This is.
Christ. Okay.
Anyways,
Enough
you
with
guys
my
get 5
thumbs.
minutes of
That
shadow
was my
puppets.
traumatic. That was my traumatic experience. That was all I have that happened this
Nice.
week.
And we learned that you can make finger ducks.
I guess now we
Perfect.
know that. I didn't know that before, but all right. Let's talk about our
Ooh.
trending topics for the week. I wanted to talk about the Golden
The
Globes.
Golden Globes. Wait, is that the song?
I don't know the
I
song
haven't
of the
watched the Golden
Golden
Globes in
Globes, and
probably
I
like
don't
10
know.
years, so I don't remember what music they played.
I didn't watch. I didn't watch it, to be fair, this year, but I saw everything that everyone is posting about the whole Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez drama and the whole Timmee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner and all that. Did you hear about all that?
I did. I heard all sorts of different things, and now I guess we know what was going on. But I didn't. Yeah, go ahead, because it just reminds me of Mean Girls, but I obviously that's not what's going on.
Well, there's history to this whole thing, so that's why it probably reminds you of Mean Girls because they have a lot of
Wait,
history. I'll
who and
just
who
say
has
that.
history?
Kylie and Selena.
Oh, not Kylie and Taylor.
You don't know the history?
No, can you just give me the
No,
brief
it's
laydown?
Kylie and Selena. So I don't know full details. I'd have to pull some stuff up, but it all goes back to Selena and Justin and Haley. So
Uh,
it goes back to obviously Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber were together for forever. And then afterwards, he's now married to Haley. And there were things that had been posted online that it was like screenshots or something of Haley Bieber and Kylie Jenner's text or something, and it was about I don't know exactly the details of it, but everyone thought that they were making fun of Selena Gomez, and it became this whole thing that
I
Kylie and
do
Haley were
remember
making
that
fun of
actually.
Selena.
Now I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the history of it, and that was like a whole thing, and then it ended up like everyone made up and was fine. Oh yeah, it was about eyebrows. Yeah, thank you,
I do.
Katie.
Yeah, I remember.
Um,
Yeah, but something so stupid.
something dumb, but
Yeah.
it got figured out and was fine. But because of that drama before, people just
Of course.
automatically think that maybe because, especially because Kylie and Haley are friends and everything. So that's why everyone's like trying to, I think, like pin them against each other. But on TMZ, it says, "Here's what the internet thinks Selena said. I asked for a picture with him, and she said no." Taylor looks shocked to hear this, and then the friend next to her asks Selena if she means Timothy, and Selena confirms with the biggest, most exaggerated head gesture ever. That's what TMZ wrote. Which there's so many aspects to this. First of all, we don't even know. Nobody knows what was really said.
Well, so tell me what she really said first, and I have an idea.
Okay, well, what she said. Wait, what did she say?
So
I don't even
I
have
didn't
it.
put it on there. I'm sorry. So what she did, what she
That's on
that
you.
is on me. So here's what she did say is that she was actually telling Taylor Swift and who else was at the table talking?
Oh yeah, she was. It was. Oh my gosh, I can't even think. It's this, an
It's
actor's
irrelevant,
wife.
but yeah, essentially her two friends had like she was telling them about them hooking up and stuff. Is what she said.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so she apparently was. She came out and said that she was talking about two of her friends that hooked up, and
yeah.
that's what she was telling Taylor. Whatever. But TMZ also reported that they spoke to Timothy, and they said Timothy told us straight up that he has no issues with Selena, and strongly suggested neither does his boo. I forgot to move the cat wheel. I just
Well,
realized
knock it off.
I forgot to move the cat
You're
wheel.
good. You're good.
Oh my god. Anyway, and TMZ said even though not everyone has been convinced of that based on their history, which that's the history that we just went over. So, if that was true,
It's true.
Rado, do you think that whose side would you be on if it was true? If Kylie really said no, do you think like Kylie
I don't
was in the
care.
right or the
Listen,
wrong?
uh,
I
listen.
don't care.
Here's my thing. I think. Well, first of all, from the story that it was a lip reader that said all of that stuff, and if a lip reader really did
Mm-hmm.
say all that, listen, they're good at what they do. They can absolutely. I mean, there might be some things that get construed, but I feel like they probably were talking about something with Kylie and Timothy. And I think when all this came out, obviously they're like, just say you're talking about two of your friends hooking up. You know, like you obviously look like you guys are
Mm-hmm.
gossiping. You're gossiping, but just make it like what every girl would say. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, do you know this? I think,
So
yeah,
true.
I think that's just a cover up. And again, I don't know if that's specifically what actually happened. Like she said no or whatnot, but I definitely think they were probably talking about like Kylie and Timothy. The other stories I had seen were like ones where it was like they were talking crap about how like they were so much doing so much PDA and stuff like during like the commercial breaks and other things.
Mm.
And
But still, back to it being about Timothy and Kylie.
exactly,
That's
yeah, like probably, but I mean, nobody's really gonna know. I'm gonna stick with that story.
yeah. I don't know what to think about the whole Kylie and Selena thing because it feels like there are things like like we're saying all the posts and stuff that I'm like that's too much of a coincidence to not actually because every time it's like oh no it wasn't about that it was this but it's always like way later they'll respond and stuff and I don't really know
Yeah,
but
it's all
I
PR
am
stuff.
team
It's
Selena always
oh,
I
I
love
mean,
Selena
listen, I
so
think I'm the same. I'd be I love Selena. I've always loved Selena. Um,
I love Kylie too don't get me wrong but in that whole situation like yeah
I don't have any yeah, I
I
don't
feel
have
like
anything against them, but I'm just saying like Selena's my girl ever since the Disney Channel. I mean, when I was growing up in that age, we
you were growing up in the
I was
Selena
probably
Disney
like
Channel
a teenager somewhere in there.
you were
Yeah, how old's Selena?
Selena's like
Yeah, exactly.
32,
Yeah,
maybe?
that's my point. So like I was
Okay.
probably a little bit
I guess
older
it
than
could
her.
kind of
Like,
line
yeah,
up.
I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah, you're watching Wizards of Waverly Place?
I think I probably watched Disney and
She's
Nickelodeon.
like,
Like I probably watch Nickelodeon cartoons still to this day.
I didn't know that.
I love me some like
We were both,
oh. Well, you
huh?
were also homeschooled and you couldn't watch TV, right?
I don't know how that turned into that. I
Well, of
was
course you don't know
allowed to
these
watch
shows. You
TV.
probably
I
got to
was just
watch them
had
when you were older,
I
so it
just
confused you.
I was allowed to watch good
Like
shows, but I was not
PBS.
allowed. My parents were very strict on what I
Yeah,
watched.
so
Like
PBS
what?
is what you're watching.
Oh, PBS. Yeah, I was allowed to watch PBS.
Exactly,
PBS
Sesame
Kids, you
Street
kidding
and
me?
stuff. Yeah, Mr. Rogers. It's a wonderful day in the
Okay,
neighborhood. Okay.
let's.
Now this freaks me the hell out. Okay, this is my worst nightmare. And I'm gonna read it like it's a nightmare. Uh, it felt like
It is.
yeah. This is legit scary as hell. It felt like an explosion. Then the plane rattled. The oxygen mask dropped, and the light flickered. A white vapor
Why
whipped.
are you reading it like
Wait, how am I
this?
reading it? Exaggerated?
You're like, yeah, you're reading it like you're reading a book to a child.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. This is story time.
Okay, I'm sorry. You can start over it. Just go for it.
Dang. All right. Well, I'm not going to read it so intense. It felt like an explosion. No, that was so aggressive. Anyways, so yeah, the plane rattled, the oxygen mask drops, and the lights flickered. A white vapor whipped through the cabin as some people yelled, and others were disoriented. So, if you guys have not seen an Alaskan Airlines plane, literally 10 minutes after it took off, the back door on the side of the plane freaking came out of the plane. I don't know how. We don't know that yet. But the whole ass door,
It's insane. That's so scary.
yeah, I freaking, whoa, it gives me just like that's my worst nightmare. Like, I don't care if the
Yeah.
engines blow or we're going down, like that's gonna scare me. But at least we're in this little tight cabin and it's like whatever. The minute that door blew off, I'm the disorientation of the pressure, the wind, like everything getting flown out. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to go down like that.
I saw a girl post that she was like taking a nap and she thought they were just like hitting some turbulence and
There were like people that were
woke
like
up
getting out
to
of their
that.
chairs and stuff. And like, I'm like,
It's insane.
bro, the door is open. Put your seatbelt on. Um,
I don't usually have any kind of like anxiety when flying, but I feel like that just gave me a new level that is now unlocked of fear for flying.
Yeah, it's
So that's
crazy.
cool.
So it was carrying 171 passengers. It had 6 crew members. Um, They were headed for Ontario, California. It was 5:07 p.m. The flight departed. They were literally at 16,000 feet and going about 440 miles per hour when that door blew out the
Insane.
side. Here's what's also crazy.
Did they ever say what went wrong? Like,
They probably will in the next
did
few days,
they
I'm
ever,
sure.
what was their statement?
They
Okay.
probably don't know yet. I would give them a few days, but so here's what is crazy. So once the seat went, again, everything, people are disoriented. There were actually, this is crazy. There were actually nobody that was sitting right next to that door in those seats. Right.
That's
That's even
insane.
crazier to me that, like, why are those two seats empty and that door blew out?
That's
Remember we talked about conspiracy
insane.
theorists? Do, 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 do,
Okay, yeah, you're
do.
so dumb. That's not,
Anyways,
no, that wasn't intentional. Don't even
it's
start
weird. But
that.
here is what is a little crazy about that is once it did blow off, luckily there were no people, but the headrest came off, and then the back part of the seat blew out. People's items blew out. People lost their phones. There were some headphones. The kid's shirt that was the closest to it, it sucked off his body. He actually had like red
That is
scratches. I
crazy.
know. People obviously thought they were going to die. So
Such a good reminder to always wear your seatbelt. I feel like, I mean, I don't always wear my seatbelt on there, and you should definitely do that now.
yeah, 100%. So we'll see what actually happens and what they find out. But they did move the family that was like closest. The flight attendants like actually got up and like moved them. I would just keep thinking I'm gonna get sucked out that hole, and it was so.
They're so lucky that nobody got sucked out.
That's
That's
why the two
so
seats were open.
insane.
They're like, hey, we need to cause a scene for something,
That's
but we don't
not
want anybody
okay.
to fly out of the
No.
airplane, so leave those seats empty.
Nope, 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 nope. Not what
Do, do, do,
happened.
do, do,
Okay, guys.
do.
We're going to move on to red flag, green flag. Before we do, I just want to show this baby. The beautiful
Can you pick her up a little higher
bonesy.
for the actual podcast crew?
I don't know if I can. I don't want her to get
All they're
up.
gonna see is a little ear.
Sorry,
Then,
podcast
all
crew.
right.
Well, that's the cutest ear they'll ever see, but my little perfect angel. All right, guys, we're gonna do red flag, green flag. Oh no! Oh
See,
no!
she's leaving
Okay, good.
anyways.
She's about to leave me anyway.
That thing.
Little rat, little perfect rat. Bye.
See ya.
Thank you for being here.
Now there we're done.
Gloomy's crying in the other room. I don't know what's going on, everyone.
Gloom is crying.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, she's upset. Red flag or green flag? Are you ready for this week's red flag, green flag,
I'm
Rado?
ready.
Okay. This first one. Is this a red flag or a green flag? If they run a marathon on holidays.
That one sucks because I just know so many people that love that shit, and it is not for me.
You don't want to offend anyone?
Yeah, like that shit is not for me. But I know so many people that love doing that, and I'm not gonna say what flag it is for them. It's not even a flag. It's just if you enjoy it. So it could be a whatever flag. It's not for me. I don't want to run on Turkey Day. I don't want to run on all those holidays. So I don't want to run, really.
Yeah, I feel like a while ago I would have given this a red flag, but I don't know. I kind of want to give it a green flag if that's what makes you happy and you're doing it on a holiday, little tradition. I get it's not for everyone, but I'm not saying I
was
do
gonna be like,
that.
are you ready to
but
go?
I can see. I don't do that, but I could see that being a fun little tradition or whatever. So I'll give it a green flag, but
No flags. Just not for me.
I feel like you want to give it a red flag. You're just afraid to offend people.
No flags. No flags. It's a
Okay,
yellow
no
flag.
flags. Yellow flag. Gotta add yellow flags in here. Okay, so the second red flag or green flag, if they don't know how to cook.
This one's hard. I love cooking. I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't know how to cook, I wouldn't really care because I'm probably going to be cooking anyways. But I think everybody should know how to cook in general. So if you don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to cook, maybe a little bit of a red flag for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing for me is I'm not saying you have to be a great cook, but if you don't know how to cook, that is definitely a red flag. Like how do you gotta learn. You have to learn at some point. So
But do you
please
feel like
try
that
it
for
now.
women too?
I think
I feel like guys are becoming
I feel like that for every
okay. I just feel
human.
like men are becoming the cooks, unless I'm wrong. I don't know why.
I think you're
I
wrong.
feel like men cook more than women. I'm probably so wrong, aren't I? Am I wrong?
I think you are
Who
wrong.
cooks? Who cooks in your household all the time?
I do.
All the time, mostly, most of the time.
99% of the time. Yeah.
Damn.
The only time Alex will cook is if we have a steak. Then he cooks steaks, but I cook everything
I
else.
kind of want to take just 2 seconds to let chat know, guys. Listen, um, if you could just put in chat a 1 if you cook or a 2 if your significant other cooks, whoever does the majority, be honest. And I'll keep my eyes on it while they flow through. But um, yeah, I guess maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just because I freaking cook so much or like cooking that I focus on it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've always but that's what I was saying though is I'm not saying you have to be this great chef or cook great food all the time, but I'm just saying you should know how to cook for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of
This is a pretty
females saying they
split.
cook, but I do see some guys too. Now, listen though, if you're
Yeah,
single,
Katie in the chat made a really good point though that what did she say? That the chef world is heavily male dominated, and that is true. I think I understand that, but
yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
that is true
I
actually.
think
Good.
I think like all of my friends that like all of my girlfriends are the main
Also,
cooks in their house.
damn.
So, but that could just be my
Yeah,
world,
I'm with you.
So I don't know.
Right. I think that's what's happening. Um,
Hmm.
Speaking of chefs, we're gonna do some overcooked, and
Oh,
you know what is the
stupid.
best is
I
literally um playing that game. Fritz is the funniest person. He's always like, yes, chef, like all the time. It's so funny.
I I'm so excited. We're gonna play Overcooked after this, so I'm very
It's a
excited
lot of
for
fun.
that. That game really tests your friendships and
It's
relationships.
good.
So
Me and Katie were balking at each other a little bit. I finally the best thing with Katie was when I took over as head chef, and then the very first mission I was trying to tell everybody what we were gonna do. Everybody was chaotic and did whatever they wanted to, and I was like,
nobody
yeah. Second
listened.
time we all did really well. So, but it's a good game.
I can't. All right. All right. The next red flag, green flag, if they portray themselves differently on social media.
Listen, if you're portraying a character, not an issue. If you're literally like personally portraying differently, then yeah, I I want to say it's a red flag, but I also feel like a lot of people do that. I feel like a lot of people do that with their relationships on social media more than themselves.
That's such a good
But
point. Yeah.
it should be a red flag for people because you should try not to just put stuff out there that's really not what is. I don't know. It's hard. Red flag. Just be real. Be true.
I think, yeah, I think it's a red flag if you're portraying yourself as like a different person on
Yeah.
social media. I think it's one thing to only post. I think what a lot of people do is only post
Right.
the good, which of course, so it's like they post the best parts of their day and
Which makes sense.
the best things. So it always looks like, oh, with a relationship, they post the best photo, like things like that that make it look like things are all
Mm-hmm.
100% going great. That's different because you're telling the truth of what really happened and stuff. Obviously, just not the
Yeah.
full story. No one does that. But if you're actually making yourself look like a different person or be a different person, then that's a
I
red flag
definitely
for
agree.
me.
I definitely agree. Because you're right. I mean, nobody's, and some people put all of it out there. Oof, that's too much. Like,
Yeah.
when they're having a good day and a bad day and a good day and a bad day and a good
Oh,
day and a bad
yeah.
day and everything. Like, like when somebody
Yeah.
posts so much stuff that you literally can be like, you don't have to ever talk to them. You just know what's going on in their life. And like, yo, she got married, she got
Mm-hmm.
divorced, she's going through a breakup. Oh, she's happy. And she's like, and all it has to do with like really sad memes or things like that.
Yeah.
Guilty. I've done that myself before. And then I realized, like, wake up, like,
I was
what the
going to
hell? Oh,
say.
yeah. Like, what are you doing, man? And then you look back at yourself and you're like, damn, did I really post some sad ass, like, when the heart of the angel?
You've posted some pretty sad
That's what I'm
things
saying. And
before,
then
I
you
will
look
say.
back and you're like, why? Like, what are you doing, man? Jesus, why didn't anybody come ring on my doorbell and be like, bro, you kind of look like a little bitch right
I
now?
just,
Like, ding dong.
I don't think anyone would
My
do
boys should
that
have done
in
that.
a sad
I mean, I don't
time.
expect it necessarily from females, but like my
One.
boys should have showed up and been like, bro, like,
It's
you're acting
fine.
a little
You're
ridiculous right
fine.
now. So I'm a big red flag. That's what the bottom line is.
Uh-oh. Learning new things tonight, everybody. Next red flag or green flag if they don't drink alcohol.
Green flag for me. I'm okay with that, please. And if you drink, it's
That's a green
okay.
flag for
But
me.
I think if you don't, it's green.
That's yeah, that's a funny one for me too, because again, probably 2 years ago, if I would have seen that, I would have said that was a red flag. And how times have
Yeah.
changed, because I would say that's a green flag
Listen,
now.
drinking is okay
So
if you're an alcoholic, big red flag. But if you're a social drinker, I don't really care.
yeah, yeah, I might say
Oh,
it's a
new
green flag.
segment.
All right, so excited about this one. All right, guys, we're gonna go over some icks with each other,
Explain what an ick
and
is for people that
here
like myself that was like, what? Because the only ick I knew is with my
an
beta fish
ick.
when Ludafish got ick and then he passed away. That's all I know.
Okay, that's not what an
It is
ick
for a
is
fish.
in this situation. Okay, so an ick is just something that somebody does that basically turns you off, that you're not attracted to. So in this segment, we're going off of a significant other and if we would find that attractive or not attractive in a significant other. So for me, these are my icks. For if a guy did this, I would think they were icks. And then Rado's going to share his icks for girls. So,
Ew. Icky girls. Oh,
okay.
sorry.
We're going to share them with each other and see what we think and share if we agree or not. But one of my icks is if you're a picky eater. I hate that.
I hate that in anyone.
If you're a picky eater, that's an ick. Like if it's hard to go out to restaurants with you because you're so picky and have to change everything and make everything such a big deal, that's just like an ick.
I
Like we're
feel
not going
like
out to
that
eat.
should
And
be
I
heavier
don't
on
like
a
that.
woman also. So if a guy is like that, sorry. Yeah. Listen, we're not 6-year-old children. Okay. You should have developed taste buds and a flavor for things. Like,
Grow
yeah,
up.
unless you're deathly allergic to everything, like I'm not gonna sit here, but if like you literally, yeah, like
Sure.
man, my dad,
If you have allergies,
yeah,
fine,
if you're
but
gonna like your throat's gonna close up because you can't eat this, avocado, fine, I get it, but have some
okay.
flavor in your life. Oh,
Here's the
what?
thing. Reminder, these are the icks for my significant other. I'm not saying that these necessarily go for me or for
Right.
other people. Just like I wouldn't be interested
Same.
in you if these were some of
Yeah.
your
I like good
qualities.
food.
Should we go back and
Yeah, that's
forth? Do you want
fine.
to tell me your ick?
Yeah. One
Yeah.
of mine. I'm not into the calling your man daddy, like the daddy thing. Like,
Ew, that's an ick for
yeah. I
sure.
mean, do not like. Don't ever walk by me and be like, "Hey,
That
daddy."
would be an ick for
Yeah.
me.
Hey, daddy, can you
Yeah.
get me some soda?
Ew, okay.
Like, oh,
I hate the
well,
way
I
you're
feel like
saying all of
I
that.
hear it. Yeah, no daddies, please.
I think in any way you would say it. I don't like daddy. And
Hey,
that'd be an ick for
daddy.
me if someone wanted me to call them that. So, okay. That's a good ick. Oh, here. A great example is of meaning that this is for me for a significant other. It doesn't have to qualify for me. Number two, if you're scared of bugs, that's an ick because I'm scared of bugs and you need to be the one that kills the bugs or releases them out to the wild. I don't care. But that's an ick if you're scared of bugs. Just no. You take
Yeah,
care of it. You can't be we both can't be scared in this situation. You take care of it. I'm scared.
don't care. I don't like bugs. I get actually more curious. Where I'm like looking at them and I'm like, what the hell is that
The
thing?
hell?
And it's like, but yeah, man, when I see guys
No.
scream like girls because it's a bug,
Kill it. Release it.
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
care.
care. Obviously, girls, I get it. 90% of girls are scared of bugs.
Yeah, just don't be scared.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
This
Your next one.
Like if you're in an argument or even talking or anything, and the girl like puts her finger or snaps or does anything, like any of that stuff, where it's just like chip or like stop. No, yeah, I'm not a fan of
Oh
that.
yeah.
Like, yeah,
Oof. Feels like you have a little bit of PTSD behind that.
I don't, but I just like I've seen other girls do that
Oh no.
to like their man, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah. It's
yeah,
disrespectful.
I
I
am
get it.
talking right now. Like,
The way you describe these scenarios make me very
yeah,
concerned
that's why it's an
for
ick.
you.
It's crazy.
I get it now.
Abby?
Jeez Louise. Okay.
See, don't like it.
No, it's not. It's not gonna fly. My third ick of the night. I think this would probably go in general for people, so I'll give you that one. But definitely, I could not be with somebody that smacks their food. Oh, if I can hear you chewing your food, get out. Go
You don't like that
away.
ASMR stuff?
Yeah, that's no, I hate that. Like
I'm not a big. Yeah,
again, grow up. Don't smack
I mean,
your
I'm not a
food.
big fan either. It doesn't bother me as bad. I just if it's like a little, if everything else is quiet and it's everything I hear, then it's a little frustrating and annoying. I've got a friend.
Just like close your mouth and chew your food. I don't. It's not that hard. No, see,
Well, I have a
that's
friend that
insane.
like she literally has a hard time being around kids because that's her number one like pet peeve. And so like for anyone, she literally goes insane. And so she's like, obviously kids, they, I'm like, like they just chilling, and she's like, I just like, I can't sit there and.
Well, yeah, they're kids, exactly. Like if you're a grown ass adult and you're smacking your food, insane. That is crazy to me. Go away. Go eat in silence. Go be by yourself. I can't do it.
Yeah, no, true. I caught myself doing it every once in a while, but most of the time, my mouth is shut.
Ugh, no, don't tell me that.
It's with things that are kind of like you got to take bites out of that are crunchy that sometimes I'm like trying to get in my mouth. And anyways,
if you're crunching your food with your mouth closed, fine. It's the opening like the smacking. I'm not saying like I can't hear you crunch your food. Of course, if you're eating crunchy things, that's fine. But it's just like the mouth open smacking food. That's disgusting.
What about it? Like food falling in somebody's beard? Are we at the zoo? Are those peacocks?
I know.
Those peacocks making all that noise over there?
That's Bones. I don't know. I think she wants to be tucked into bed, but I'm too busy right now to tuck her in, and she's having a fit.
Cats are so weird. I'm telling you. My last one.
They're perfect.
This one, the girls are like, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch, like that kind of stuff. Like, I think it all goes with the finger thing too. Like, psh, I'm a boss, like that kind of stuff. Like, boo.
I don't know who the hell is acting like that you've seen.
You never like see people be like, I'm over exaggerating,
I,
but be
I,
like, yo, I'm that bitch, or like, yo, I'm a boss.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I know. Yes, girls that call themselves like a
yeah,
boss or a bitch.
yeah.
I
That
totally get that. But the way you're saying it
I don't.
isn't is
I'm
just
trying to. I don't know. I don't know how to act like a woman that does that stuff. I'm just like imagining how.
you could just say a girl that calls
Uh,
themselves a boss or a bitch.
yeah, what you said. I'm a
Okay.
boss.
All right.
Anyways, um,
That is an ick.
all right. So to wrap up this wonderful podcast episode, we have a great question from our audience, and it is: if you
Mm-mm.
were to write a letter to your younger self, what advice or encouragement would you offer? I would literally tell myself, bro, you got all the time in the world. Enjoy yourself. That's what I would tell you.
Yeah, I would definitely tell myself to chill the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Like, enjoy all of it right now because it's the best parts, and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time. You don't have to.
Yeah, I think I would say to chill out, that no one fully knows what they're doing, and things take time, and it's fine. You don't have to have it all figured out at such a
Mhm.
young age. That's Just keep going and
Yeah.
don't be so
Enjoy it.
serious, I
Yeah. Have
think.
fun. I would definitely, but I feel like even if you could tell yourself that, like you never, like you don't listen to anybody. Why
Oh, I
would you
wouldn't
listen to
listen to
yourself in the
myself.
future? Do you think you would?
No,
Yeah.
I would never
I'd
have.
be like, ooh, old man
No.
Rado, get out of here, bro. That's what I'd probably say to myself.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that's the end of our episode. And I'm getting all these beautiful gifts on TikTok. Thank you so much.
Awesome. We will catch you guys
So
next
exciting.
week.